to the Velvet Room, a space for an open conversation about Black love, marriage, religion, and generational wealth. Sit back and relax and be prepared for a real discussion and open conversation. Like and subscribe.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey.
What's happening?
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Wonderful. Good to be alive.
Good answer.
How you doing, my brother?
Me, I'm doing fine.
Good.
I was reading one of the comments. She got started early on the comments.
Come on, Tammy. I love it.
All right.
Wow. Oh, wow. She just jumped right into it. Go ahead on, Tammy.
All right, we're for a couple more. Danielle to come. She'll be a little later, and Deezer should be here any time. So, what do you guys do this weekend?
Well, what I did this weekend, I picked up my boys on Friday, and we just hung out at the basketball court. We had to take some people to school a little bit. Other than that, we just enjoying time spent with one another.
Cool. Eric, can your son play better than you?
Nah, it'd be a long time for that to happen.
Relax.
He can play, he can dunk. But it'll be a long time. He'll tell
you. Y'all laughing, but this dude come from a family of basketball, really. His uncle Jerry Stackhouse, his other uncle played for the NBA. All his dad, all their brothers, everybody played basketball.
All we do is compete.
Your nephew's a coach at Fayetteville, right? No, he's a pet Fayetteville, but he's a coach too. And your brother's a coach.
Yeah, and Josh, he's a coach at Northfield North now, I think.
Okay. So, Sherry, what you do this weekend?
I'm trying to remember. Skip.
You got that drunk that you can't remember what you did this weekend?
Today is Sunday.
What is going
Today
on?
is Sunday, Shenway. It's still weekend, Shenway. Today is Sunday.
What did I do this weekend? Oh, I didn't do much this weekend. That's why I don't. I just chilled, caught up on the Wheel of Time. I don't know if any of y'all watching Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime.
Oh, wow.
That show, I'm enjoying it.
It's everything.
This last episode, if I could just tell y'all, the opening scene was a pregnant woman fighting, and she killed like 10 dudes. And then the last dude, she ripped her dress open. She's about to give birth, and a knife comes to her throat. And she was about to give birth after the last dude stabbed her in the side of her stomach.
What you watching?
That fighting.
Check it out. You can't tell me no more. Check it out.
Fighting scenes I've ever seen.
She did it.
She was ripping. Wheel of
The
Time
Wheels of
on
Time.
Amazon.
You must have.
Wheels of Time.
It's fire.
You must ain't watched Bruce Lee then. Talking about the best
It's
fight.
based on a book. It was good.
I didn't read the book.
So,
what's
hey,
up,
Katisha.
Jessica?
Hey, Jessica, how you doing? And Miss Denise said hi. Hey, Miss Denise.
Hey, Denise.
So,
Denise.
Katisha, what did you do?
One of my favorite people.
I was asking Katisha, what did she do?
Take a high school photo.
Gone for a little while.
Right now.
Oh no, is Katisha stuck? Oh no. Oh, she just moved.
I am stuck on Monday.
Let me stay still. Like, don't move, y'all. Don't move.
The mannequin challenge.
It worked. All right. Hey, Faith, what you do this weekend? What you do?
Pretty similar to Shinway. I watched it Wheels of Time. It was fire. Like I'd be trying to not watch it as soon as it come out, see if I can like build up episodes, but it don't ever work. I watched that. I stayed in the house this weekend, and my daughter said the spa day, and then I did like a banana pudding challenge. So I was the taster, and I did something with my hair. I put some white stuff in it. See if I can catch somebody.
I knew it was something different.
Something.
Berries.
I didn't know. I didn't know that was a reflection of what.
It's great.
And your shirt is just highlighting it. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, talking about desserts, my girlfriend made me an eggnog pound cake. It was so good. Oh my God. If anybody wants to know, just hit me up. Let me give you her info. She's making them and selling them for the holidays.
I want a slice. Where's the cake? Shinway.
Ooh, you could come get a slice, boo.
Oh,
I still got half a cake left. Love it.
Coming.
Jimmy, what you do this weekend, buddy?
The usual, work.
Jimmy.
I got my shirts made for my podcast.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
I like the colors black and gold.
Cool.
Yeah. I got a couple colors. Got a couple more coming out. They're $20 each. But yeah, just all I did pretty much.
They got it.
To get these.
He got the Savage hat on.
You know it.
Yeah.
Savage.
Give me some Savage merchandise.
All day.
There's an elder in my church. She go, yeah.
You say you need some Savage?
All right,
Savage
cool.
merchandise.
Let's go and get started. But before we do, thank you everyone for tuning in. Go ahead, please share to your page. And let me go ahead and introduce everybody to my was my left, but on the screen is right. I have Mr. Jim Savage. What's going on, Jimmy?
What's good with you? Savage time.
Next to him, I have my boy Eric Dawson. What's up, Eric?
Big E.
Yeah, everybody taking high school pictures
He
right now.
froze too.
Pose.
Yeah.
Pose.
That's what you got to say. What did they used to say? That's not streaming a froze. They ain't nothing but a damn devil. There you go.
Who used to say that?
There was a video. It's an old lady.
It said,
They said, hey, grandma. And then she said, hey, baby. She said, can you go ahead and cut my grass? And then you'll freeze. And then the lady said, what'd she say? It's in my damn screen.
That ain't nothing but the devil. Yeah.
Ain't nothing but a damn devil. And she be hitting the screen. But it's a joke. They really be still like the screen froze, but it really ain't.
Tanya.
All right. So, I have Miss Faith at the bottom,
Yep.
right? And I have in the middle at the bottom Miss Shinway. How you doing, Miss Shinway? And I am Anthony Hollywood, and I also got Miss Katisha. She'll be back in a second. Miss Deez will be here, and Miss Daniel will be here. But
Jimmy sounds so excited. Tanya said.
Tanya, my new favorite.
My computer must went off when
Jimmy.
I know.
She's being sarcastic.
I know.
And my
tell you
computer
what,
must went unplugged a while ago. Okay.
that's what it was.
Don't make us stop the show for you,
Yeah.
Jimmy, to get you amped. We need your energy. Stop playing. Leave them
That's what
chicken
she
heads
back.
alone.
There she goes.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't do that stuff.
Katisha, can you hear us?
We can see you though. Oh, we can't
She's
hear.
still
She'll be
near the
back.
beach.
Jimmy,
Boy.
can you pour in the louder than that?
Right. Her voice is in Jamaica. Exactly.
Right.
Oh, and we got Miss Deeza. She's coming in.
Okay.
Hey.
She look like she's smoking. She foggy.
you might be right.
Foggy room.
She might need to wipe her screen off. The camera lens. When you get a chance. All right, you guys. What's on your mind? Is it something you just want to get off your mind? And let me come up real first, because I'm so sick of these daggone. What pissed me off, the TikTok video with the girl be whining it. If I see one more damn video with somebody whining it up, I'm going to hit the screen. Shaking the legs. It's too much.
It's
just every time.
What?
Whining or doing
Wind up doing
No,
what?
it's like it's a
The
certain song.
thighs.
the thigh thing? What is it
Start
called?
whining.
What's up?
Then they shake their legs. It's like, man, I'm so
This
sick of that.
TikTok is ridiculous.
Yeah.
She getting it, and it's hard.
I can't believe y'all ain't seen because all over
Yeah.
Facebook and TikTok.
She getting it.
All set.
Yeah.
Katisha,
Good exercise.
She look.
Hey, daughter.
So stop watching.
she's in the background.
I like that sweater.
Yo, I don't like y'all know what tipped me off?
What pisses
What
you
tick
off?
you off?
We'll piss you
Oh, I
off,
forgot.
sir.
He can't say that.
When I go to a restaurant, they wearing gloves, but they touching everything. I saw a lady, fixing food, and then she went and got a FedEx package, and then she put it down, then she got the money, and then she put the money in the package, and then she grabbed a lady arm, and then she still want to try to fix the food. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What do you think the gloves are for? The gloves ain't so you can touch everything.
That's a good one.
He was on it. You know what pisses me off?
Stop watching.
What pisses
What
you off?
pisses you off?
Me, myself, and I.
Oh
My
no.
attitude at times.
Oh.
Last week, I was a little aggressive to the queens on the panel. I want to apologize to you guys. I was not protecting my spirit.
I got to give it up for you, Jimmy. That was good.
So just want to apologize to you.
Hey,
Jimmy, can I say something?
Hold up.
Can I
That's
say
man
something?
stuff right there. That's man stuff. Go ahead.
Yes, but can I tell you, before I came downstairs to this floor, in the spirit, I saw you apologizing. That's so crazy, and you really apologized. The Holy Spirit showed me you apologizing. You must really be my friend. Because
Cheers
I'm
to
gonna tell
that.
you something. No, this is real talk. This is not just for the show. When I'm in prayer or I'm in my quiet time, people's names come to me and I'll just pray for them, and I don't know why, but the Holy Spirit they drop their names in my spirit. I saw you apologizing, and I said, oh, that would be awesome if he did that. So you in tune with the Holy Spirit. I know you're not a religious person.
And you know what, Shenway?
But you are in tune.
Shenway.
Blessings to you. Yes. Wow.
I saw in my vision.
Okay.
I saw in my vision that you accepted his apology.
I did. Of course I did. Of course. Because he said
In
the
my
queen's
vision,
on the
I
show.
saw with my own eyes.
You are
Yeah.
With my own eyes, I saw you accepting his
I
apology.
accept.
And I saw Faith accepting it as well.
Absolutely. We've made amends. I apologize for my part also.
Yes. Well,
The three of us, we're a new Oreo. Like
Yeah.
we're excited about the image that we're gonna display for other Black people, and just the uplifting that we're gonna be doing together. Anthony
That's
said
what's
we
up.
had some stuff to learn
Hey.
from each other, and
Hey,
yeah. So
I told you, I told you guys for that. So
yeah,
raise
that
your
was good
glasses
stuff.
for that.
That was good stuff.
listen,
No,
let
wait,
me
wait.
open
I'm
it.
ready to get this
Open
show
it. I got
started.
more
Okay,
candy.
now. I'm ready to get it started. I'm ready to
Eric
get
got
it
some of his
started.
glass. Y'all ain't recognizing Eric.
Eric got a new glass every show.
Oh.
Oh,
There you go, Diesel.
Hey, it got a little slant to it. Or something.
Hey,
oh,
these
she
is
looking
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Glad come with that.
I don't know
Yes.
what you're talking about. I'm trying to get the blur off the.
You looking good now. It's no
I've
blur
been
now.
working on that for 5 minutes straight.
I can see clearly now. The fog is gone.
With some Windex, you'll be all right. With some Windex, some Fabuloso. Something
All
like
of
that.
my obstacles are in your way.
You look good.
You
And
look
vice
good,
versa,
Queen.
you guys look beautiful, black and beautiful.
That's it.
Come
That's it.
on.
So now, does
brought all the
anyone?
energy. I'm
Wait a
here.
minute. We're gonna ask Diesel. Diesel, what did you do this weekend?
Oh, I barely remember the days before.
Come on.
What's today? Sunday? What
Yeah.
did I do? Oh, just kind of like work.
Sound like married to mine.
And it
Tanya,
it was
yeah.
a community service, but it got, the weather was bad, so we didn't really get as much in as we wanted to.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, worked, and community service. That's what I did.
She calling you out, Eric. She calling you out.
Hey, she's exactly right. You were exactly right. This is cranberry juice.
All right, you guys, we're gonna
Tanya,
get
you tried it.
started.
You ain't had to do me like that, Tanya.
Eric, I'm gonna have to ship you some of these cute little Welch's bottles that my daughters drink. They got like 5, 6 different kinds. You can pop it open, look just
really?
like wine. Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. I can put some in the background. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, or you
Okay.
can open it.
Oh,
It's not
really?
at all.
Okay.
I think Katisha will be
Thank
back
you.
in a minute, got you guys. And let's go ahead and get started. Let's find out what's going on in the news. Let me see here. Let me get it set up. Here we go.
And now it's time for in the news. Hot topics.
Okay, catching up with some news. Okay. Yo. What's going on, party people? I got the news in my face, got the news in my eyes, news all over. Hey, I come to bring you the hot topic news for the week. Yo. So. Check this out. Y'all heard about Rick Ross, right?
Nope.
Rick Ross he walked out on an interview podcast. You know, it was with 85 South Show, and he was talking and everything. And next thing you know, he said, "Hey, I got to go to the bathroom. When I come back, I'm gonna take off my jacket." Well, guess what? The 85 South boys, they was talking and everything. They got the word that Rick Ross left. He went to the airport. Didn't say bye. Didn't say anything.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Hold on. Eric, okay, I'm still trying to figure out the glasses.
He got the news in his eyes, brother. Don't you see?
Gotcha.
News in my
I'm
eyes,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Got the news in my eyes. I'm sorry. Let me put it behind me. All
Those
right.
new smart glasses, the news.
So, did they say
smart
something?
glass. There you go. Yeah. No, they was regular talking, and you can see the video online. You're on YouTube or something. Just put it up. He just talking, have a good time, answering questions. Then he said, "Hey, hold up, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. When I come back, I'm gonna take off my jacket."
Wow.
He never came back. He just walked out. And they clown him after he walked out because they consider that disrespect. You know?
Wow.
Yo, let's move on to the second topic. Yo, your girl Nene Leakes is back in the hot topic for the week.
Oh.
Nene Leakes is now dating again. She's dating a man who's a designer. Matter of fact, Peter, who was on the show that was married to I forgot her name, but he introduced this man to Nene Leakes, and he's they dating again. He showed up at her 54th, escorted her to her 54th birthday. So hey, she's moving on. Nene Leakes is moving on, and she said, hey, that's what her husband would want. So hey, she's moving on in life.
It's crazy.
Yo, I got another one. I watched a podcast this week, and this young man who went from place to place. You know, he worked for Microsoft Office. He opened up a restaurant. Then he opened up another restaurant. His name is Tom Manor. He's a brother who is taking care of his team members and customers. He lead from the front, and that's Jimmy's cousin. I had to give a shout out to him, Jimmy.
Wow.
I appreciate that, brother.
I respect the brother.
Right now.
He's doing big things in the community, and he's helping people along the way.
Definitely.
So I take off my hat to him. Let him know that I salute him for that.
My man.
Tom Manor. Look him up, everybody.
Definitely.
Yo, you're not gonna believe this. Yo, next topic. Hey, Costco has their biggest Costco in Durham, North Carolina. They printed their biggest receipt ever. This black couple who wanted to help people, who wanted to help students, not have students, you know, they was sad because they wouldn't have any food or anything for Christmas. So this family decided to come together, I think about 5 or 6 years ago, and started raising money and things of that nature because she didn't want to see any students not have anything during the Christmas holiday. They bought $103,079.70 worth of Costco items to spread love throughout the community to children and things of that nature. This family, one couple, along with people who love children, over $100,000. Can you believe that? Going to Costco and just said, don't worry about putting that pallet in the store. Leave that pallet on the truck and deliver it to this spot. I got to give it up to them. Black couple doing great things in the community.
I appreciate that about your news, E, because you don't only spread gloom and despair and things that make us upset, but I noticed how you really try to share positive things in the community. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I got a couple more, just 2 more. Y'all heard about the Black Lives Matter mural? There was 2 men that was arrested for destroying the mural. And what it was doing, they was driving, taking their car, and they was spinning, making donuts and things of that nature. But they been arrested for destroying the mural. Actually, the mural cost over $200,000. So now they had like $115,000 worth of damage that they are now behind bars for destroying. So it pays not to do something crazy that you're gonna regret later on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Hey, I know this is an old topic, but let me talk about this. Y'all heard about Joe Osteen Church, right? The plumber, about the plumber?
No,
I didn't hear about the plumber.
No? What?
I know Joel Osteen, but not about
This
the plumber.
Yeah, this plumber. They was missing a lot of money in the church. This plumber went in behind the toilet, opened the wall, and found $600,000 in cash and checks inside the wall.
Wow.
Over $600,000. They was missing $600,000 to $700,000 from their books. So that means the checks and the cash came from the safe.
Wow.
It came from the safe, and somebody was taking that money. They didn't just take the money. Matter of fact, I think to be exact, it was over $200,000 in cash and over $400,000 in checks. Well, this plumber, he notified them, and they gave him a reward for $20,000. Matter of fact, it was the Crime Stoppers who gave him the reward. So, but
not Joel, huh?
Not Joe. They didn't give it to him. It was the Crime Stoppers. But I think they didn't. I think what happened was Joe them donated money to Crime Stoppers for whoever found it, whoever found a lead to it to reward the people. But $20,000. Some people say they should at least gave him more than that. $600,000 worth of money that he found.
I would take it.
But some people do what's in their heart and they give back because it wasn't his money.
Right.
You know, the weirdest thing about this story is that someone took time to actually make a whole plaster and then paint it.
Right.
That takes planning. I mean, how do you do that every time nobody else knows? Well, it doesn't where they found it at though.
Yeah.
Recently, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no! You're fine, sweetie.
I was gonna say recently the only stories that I've been hearing about money being hidden in the walls were always grimy criminal activity. That's the stories that I've been hearing lately. When money's been found, they were doing criminal activity.
Yeah.
So,
it had drugs associated with it.
Yeah. Usually we have to put our money in like TVs. In your mattress. In a vase.
Look at them when they air fence. Not let someone put in there just so in case they get robbed. or they always have a secret place that they just stash the money in. That could be
But
possible.
checks, though?
Possible.
Checks, you
Fire.
gotta cash
Fire.
checks.
Checks
That's what I
expired in
was
6 months.
thinking. Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking. Checks expire.
Mm-hmm.
That's the financial
Yeah,
background
sure
in
do.
us.
Hey,
My mind went right there.
Mm-hmm.
I got one more for you. We're gonna end on this note. There's a young man, Sergeant First Class, all in cash. He was awarded since 9/11. He was the first black U.S. service member to be awarded the Medal of Honor. Of course, he died saving other people's lives. It was 6 people that got shot at over in another country. They got blasted. The vehicle was on fire. He pulled all 6 people out of the vehicle, but he didn't survive later on. So President Biden awarded his family with the Medal of Honor, first black young man to be awarded since 9/11. So I'm gonna end on that note. I salute the brother for sacrificing his body, his life for others.
That's black.
So we're gonna end on that note. Back to you, Anthony.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. We got an interesting topic today, and everyone is watching. Please feel free to comment. We definitely want to hear your comment. If it's really good, we'll definitely put it on the screen.
He put the glasses back on. I can't with
Such a
ease.
clown, for real.
Oh my.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
sorry.
It's funny.
Get back.
Was it JSW Jesus something?
All right, here we go for the topic of the day.
Oh, that's Wall Street Journal.
I
Wall Street Journal.
yes. Yeah.
All right,
What is that on the glass? Is that Play-Doh or something? What is that?
It's the news, baby.
oh, this is newspaper.
That's my electronic news that come across my eyeglass.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Yeah,
glasses.
it's connected
My
to Bluetooth.
Yeah, I can't.
Where do you go from there?
All right, chat room. Let's light this topic up.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
All
hit
right,
it.
can relationships recover from infidelity, from cheating? Let me see.
Did anyone
These
put
haven't
anything
been
in
in
the
a while.
chat
Let's start
room?
with these. Can relationships recover from infidelity?
Oh my. Yes, a relationship can recover from it. The only thing it's going to take a long time for the relationship to recover from it, because there's a lot of things that are involved with infidelity. Deceit, and most women are, I can't speak for every woman, but usually are pretty big on lies. The biggest thing that can be a problem sometimes is not even the infidelity, it's the deceit that went behind the infidelity. Of course, the act is a problem itself, but that act, the whole deception you have to do for periods of time to even get to the point that the infidelity took place. So, yes, a relationship can recover, but it's going to be very difficult because of how much mistrust comes from that act itself.
Yeah. Is it how much trust or how much that person can take?
It's how much the person can tolerate. I think that's always the case, is how much the person can tolerate to me. Yeah. Because once she's done, but how much did it take before she was done?
Assuming it was the man who did the cheating, because we're coming from a standpoint that it was the man who did the cheating.
Yeah. Oh, well, if it's
What, her question? In a question or in her thought?
No, just to respond to her directly, because she was coming from a standpoint as a woman.
Right.
I guess you are a woman, so that's why maybe you came from that standpoint. Right. I respect that.
Yeah.
Do we want to read this in the chat from Sharik? It says, no, it's multifaceted. trust, loyalty, the manner in which it was done. So maybe one of these can be forgiven, but I don't think all encompassing to a point of full what word is that? Recompense.
Recompense.
So is it
I need
trust
to
and
look that
loyalty
word
the same
up.
thing?
Is what?
Isn't trust and loyalty the same thing though? At the end of the day?
They
No,
I think you.
loyalty
Like,
is
you can't have
is
one
I think
without
you
the
have
other,
to.
right?
You have. I think
who
you
can
can
count
run
on.
side by side.
Loyalty is being counted on. Yeah, they run side by side. I think loyalty is something that you can count on someone to do something. So it kind of plays in the line of
Allegiance.
And there is
trust.
a
Like-
form of trust
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah, form of trust. Yeah.
So
yeah.
loyalty
Can't
would be
have
the allegiance
loyalty
to
without
someone.
trust.
Trust is like a belief in their character.
But loyalty can't be. It's like you can't. It's like to me you can't.
They
have one
can
without
go
the other.
together, but they're not necessarily synonymous.
Right. Jimmy, what you think? Do you think that Rachel can survive infidelity, cheating?
Yeah. If you have a bigger goal in mind. Like if you have kids with the person and they cheat on you, your biggest goal is to make sure you're there for the kids. So you work harder to get over the infidelity, the things that happen. So I think you can move on. The only thing that's gonna that'll be hard to work on is the trust. The trust for that person, because once somebody disrespects your trust, it's hard to get that back. And you can work hard on being in the relationship and doing the right things for the relationship, but you still have that deep in your head, that thought, that trust issue. But you can bounce back, depending on how much y'all work together.
Right.
That's a good standpoint. So to piggyback off Jimmy, he's saying depending on what all is at stake. I can see truth in that. When you have more at stake and more to lose, people often reconsider leaving or abandoning the marriage. That's a great point.
You're right about that, because a lot of times we forget about those that are around. We think about just self sometimes. Just like when people commit crimes and stuff, they don't think about leaving their family or leaving their children when they go to prison. So if they would have thought about that first, they probably wouldn't have done it. So yeah, I get where he's coming from with that.
Also, when it comes to that point, I guess it also matters how you define recovery. So some people would say two people being present isn't recovery. Being present doesn't mean that you're actually present in the relationship. You guys may just be there for the sake of being there, present mentally but not emotionally. So there's just so many different facets. Like, I mean, it also depends on how serious people feel about cheating. There are some people who don't think cheating is a big deal. That's not a deal breaker for them. So I'm assuming that it would probably be a little bit easier for them to recover. Like, that is nowadays, this society, so they're true. Like, yeah, come home to me.
That's so true.
So it depends on your mindset about cheating and how you feel about how big that is. And then I feel like we were talking last week about less women accepting men having experimented than women experimenting.
Right.
I think what I found with just like listening to men and women is men are less likely to stay when they've been cheated on.
Yes.
Why is that? That's true. Why do y'all think that is?
I read something online maybe like a week or two ago, and it said something along the lines of when you find out that a man is cheating on you and he knows the relationship will never be the same. It wasn't specifically when you found out he cheated, but when he knows you knew. And I guess it was coming from the stance of like them being nervous that you're going to be retaliatory. And so from there, they're kind of like on pins and needles waiting to see how you're going to respond to the fact that that happened. Like, are you really going to let this go?
This is
Absolutely. And so many men live the lie. Like, cheating is, you have your wife and then you have your side thing or your second person out there, and it's just synonymous with marriage.
You know, honestly though, it's really different from male and female, because with a guy we can do that, but it really don't mean nothing to us. Like, we just trying to get that thrill for that second, no emotional attachment. But when y'all do it, y'all most of the time don't automatically do it. It's gonna come with a lot of, I've been trying to talk to him, he's not listening, and then you might finally do it. So for us, you giving it up means more, because that, for you to do it, it means something. For us to do it, like before, like it doesn't mean anything. Like nothing at all. It's just a sex thing. That's it.
True.
Is it always just a sex thing with men though?
It's not always just a sex
I don't
thing.
know about that.
No, I'm talking with men. I'm saying, like, we
I'm
don't.
talking about with men too.
Well,
You think it's
from
always
my
a sex
point of
thing
view,
with you guys?
from my point of view, most of the time we're not really that attached to it. We're attached to what we're doing at that time. So we can walk away from that. It's like we know emotional attachment. We ain't trying to fall in love anyway. At that point,
It can't happen.
That may be that may be a habitual cheater, someone who just does it all the time and they're detached. But not all cheating falls under that category. Like, some men cheat with one woman.
Okay, I'll tell you what then. Take the marriage and relationship out of the picture. Mm-hmm. With us in general, when we go out on like, it don't really, that's the goal. It's just to get to that point. That's it. Like, we have no, when y'all go out, y'all honestly, yeah. Think about it. Why y'all think you have so much guys with that woman, or that's it. It's just about the sex. We are physical. We are physical. We are just physical beings. Y'all are spiritual beings. So if y'all do it, not all women, because you don't think so?
I don't know. I just think that's I think that's a personality thing. I think there's women who cheat and have detached sex. I mean, all the bad things that you're using to describe men, I think there's women who encompass that. I think it's a personality thing. And I think just to piggyback off what Faith was saying in reference to men not being able to stay once they find out that their women have cheated, it goes back to what I was saying last show as well. I think ultimately the woman is the prize, and when someone has conquered and tainted your prize, it's hard to come back from that. It's like, I mean, we, even on a metaphoric level, it's women's sexual organs are internal. Like, a man has to enter you.
Yes.
So it's just a whole nother dynamic.
The key and lock thing.
And
nobody wants
a
lock that can open with any key, but everybody wants the key to any door that will unlock any door.
Right.
There you go.
He wants to think that he has the key. At least he wants to believe he has the key. So once you've done that, it's like, do you really have the key? You mean to tell me anybody can unlock this door? That doesn't feel too good. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I can pick it back with Shinwei and Jimmy, because I always tell any woman, I say, if you ever want to cheat on me, just let me know. Just let me know.
That's what I'm saying.
Because we can enter right there. And like you said, it's just something about that internal organs that I feel as though, you have committed to me or whatnot, and I have committed to you. But it's just something about that. Once you let somebody else in the house, then I don't want to sleep there no more. That's always been
that's
me.
A great analogy.
I see where Anthony coming from. I never been the type of person that want to hop around. I always like to be the person, when I was single back in the day, to just try to get to know that person and just try to stay committed to that person. Once we broke up, then of course I venture somewhere else. But being married now, I'm in a safe haven.
Salute, Sheree White.
Hey, Jimmy, what you think?
Everybody has a piece of being right in that situation. Guys, you see guys, guys with their toys and their safes and their private possessions. When they buy something that's theirs, they're like, oh, nobody can touch it. Like when they clean their gun, They don't let nobody touch it. They don't let nobody bother it. This is how we are. So with our woman, if someone taints what we have, we don't want that shit no more. We don't even look at it the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like you let somebody else touch mine. So it's like, nah, I'm all set. You know what I mean? That's why, like, if we were to go out and cheat, it's a moment in time and we're gone. You know what I'm saying? With women, it builds up. It's a buildup of emotion, and we're doing this to this, and this person they pick and choose. They don't just go. They pick and choose someone they're feeling. You know what I'm saying? To have sex with, because women, they're emotional. So it's like, I'm not gonna just pick anybody. I'm feeling this guy, and this is this part of this guy or this part of the guy. You know what I mean? And they make that emotional point to have sex with this person because they need to feel that. They need to feel a connection with that person to have sex. Usually. Nowadays, it's up in the air like shit when they said these girls go around just that's it. Not giving a two damns what the dude does. But usually it's an emotional connection that they need to have sex with a dude. So that's why it hurts the guy even more, because we know you're feeling that guy. Like, I don't even, like, but a guy, like, I don't even remember her name. Matter of fact, I forgot. I know I got a nut off. But with y'all can remember every detail, his body, this and that, blah, 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 because it's like a connection y'all need for that section. And we're like, nah, we know what that connection is. And it kind of hurts. You know what I'm saying? A little more than usual. That's all I gotta say about that one.
I feel like that's removing accountability, because at the end of the day, it hurts for us too. And I don't want nothing.
I never said it did. It did or didn't. I'm just saying the difference.
And I guess for me as a woman, on our perspective, my personal thought process is, well, what wasn't I doing to where you felt that you would risk our relationship for a thrill on this person? You're willing to risk to lose me? Okay. Then I'm gonna have to call your bluff. I'm gonna have to do that. If you want to play Russian roulette, then clearly you don't have any value here.
Both are wrong. Both are wrong in the situation, no matter what. You know what I mean? Going outside your relationship is wrong regardless.
That's really what I want people to take away. And then I want to comment, because Anthony hasn't passed me the mic yet, but just to respond to no. I before I forget my thoughts, but just to respond to Faith, I would like when people are about to cheat to really understand what's at stake. Like, can you really, like Beyonce said, stuff is gonna go down when there's $1 billion on the elevator. Like, you're in a relationship with a woman that you're building with, that you've honestly, I mean, it's just so much that you've built with this other person, and you're gonna take the risk of losing all of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something.
And we keep watching people in Hollywood on TV, people that we look up to over and over again, make the same mistake about to lose it all.
Listen, let me tell you something. Men don't think.
I don't look up to him.
And y'all do. We're not the smartest human beings when it comes to stuff like that. We make mistakes all the time.
Yeah, I disagree. I think there's some people that do think, and I think there's some people that don't.
That's what I'm saying. Majority of the time when we get in that situation, that's why if you ever talking to your son, you be like, what were you thinking? He can't say nothing because he won't thinking. We react and do things, and later we will regret it. But at that time, we're not thinking about what we might lose. That's the fault that we have as men. We make a lot of mistakes.
No, I think when you say
wait. This is exactly what happened last week, Shinwei. You don't have a man's mind, so you can't really tell us what we're thinking. We're trying to tell you we don't have thought when it comes to that. We just do. Afterwards, we're like shit.
No, I disagree. When you say no? When I'm just choosing to disagree at this moment. I'm not saying I was born a man, but I can respond. And my choice to respond in saying that, I'm raising 2 sons. When I speak to my son and my son says he doesn't know, I don't look at it because he's a boy. I look at it because of his youth. And when you're a boy, you do boyish things.
I understand
when
that.
You're a man, there should be a higher level of accountability. You should weigh the cost.
Yeah, you're right.
You should have discernment. You should. Okay. Do you? You may not. But I don't think that has to do with being a man. To put all men in a box and say men don't think.
I can't put everybody in the same box.
I want to hear Eric's perspective.
Eric.
Because he's already expressed that that's not
What's that
something that he
sound?
typically does. So why is it different for you, Eric?
What's that
Why
sound?
don't you do it? Why haven't you done it?
Well, I look at it. My brother used to tell me, man, you don't like girls because back growing up when I was dating, when I was playing girlfriend, boyfriend, I felt it just something that didn't feel right going to try to play with somebody else when I already had somebody over here. So my mom taught me to, to be respectful. So that's just the way that I was coming up, and I just
you could learn it.
Going to church and living the faith. I just thought maybe loyalty, trust was something that I thought was sacred, and that we all should carry with us, because we can take that a long way whenever we get older. I wanted my children to have that same mentality as well. I mean, I don't disrespect the guys. I understand where they're coming from with theirs. And I didn't want to take the thunder away from Shinway, because I wanted to let her go first before I give my thought. But just to answer your question.
No, that's good.
And let me say this real quick, and you ladies know, because I talked to you guys about this. Eric is an exception. I mean, honestly, I know this dude. I've been knowing this dude since I was a kid. He's been the same consistent dude all my life, and he's honest. I mean, everyone doesn't have the discipline, and that's one thing with men.
Now I have made some wrong choices as well.
Right. But it's discipline. That's the most important thing. And most of us don't, as men, we don't have discipline. We have.
But what if?
It's hard.
But what if maybe Eric learned it through life, and we can pass that trait on and teach that men, you don't have this state of inaccountability where this is just the way you work. It isn't normal that you just sleep with whoever. It isn't normal that you don't think and that your body part controls you. What if, as he said, he's teaching his sons, we continue that trait, and that's the new normal? Because there's one thing that really, and this is probably one of the reasons why I'm single. There's this stigma that men are gonna look, men are visual, men are gonna look. There are different levels of looking, but also I think that as a society, we put these things out as factual, as it's just the way it is. And a lot of these things are not always just the way they are.
You know what? Yes, I think you're right to a certain point, but just like, I've been watching the movie, The Matrix, and everything is a program. We all are programmed. God made us for a certain reason. That's not by mistake. We are designed. Y'all are better at some things. We're better at some things. That's just what it is. I mean, so I remember one time she was telling me that she had to play both roles. So for her, she might not see gender roles because she's been having to play both roles for a long time. But we are female, we are male.
Look at Ted.
And the name, bias being male and female, we're different. And that's just what it is. There's certain traits that we have. It's just certain traits we have.
It's so funny that you bring up the movie Matrix, because I look at that movie totally different. One of the things that movie empowered me to see is that we always have a choice. There was the blue pill and there was the red pill. So yes, the majority of the people took a certain color, but the other option was there. And I think, to piggyback on Faith's point, that you can define what your man looks like. To take the scapegoat that I'm a man and this is what men do and I'm just going to live this.
It's not a scapegoat. It's just what it is.
Okay.
I mean,
so the definition of something, right? There's the dictionary definition, there's society definition, and then you have to have a sense of understanding, and you have to define that for yourself, especially what your manhood looks like. And I when I look at my oldest son, who is now has a girlfriend, and I look at how he interacts with her and how his friends clown him because of how serious he takes it, how he's respectful of her, he talks to her about things. I sit back and I wonder, why is my son that way? Is it because of me? Is it a reflection of what I've shown him? And I'm proud of it. But why did he take on this role so early? Does he understand her feelings? Does he not want to disrespect her? He talks to her about the simplest things that he feels may be an offense. And he's only 16. And there's men that's twice, triple his age that hasn't gotten to that level in their man yet.
Let me tell you something. I'm sorry, go ahead, finish. I'm sorry.
No. I mean, I don't want to monopolize, but one of the things that I really thought it was important, and Jimmy's the person who really was speaking about it was that infidelity usually has to do with emotional disconnection. And I think that that is so important, that sometimes it's bigger than just the sexual act. That I think a lot of times there's something deeper. There's an emotional disconnect. And I think when I say disconnect can look different. Disconnect is not always we were here and now we're here. It could be we've been in a relationship and we were never here. We were never emotionally connected. You know, you look at people in relationships and how they operate in the relationship, you can see that they're not emotionally connected. So that was something that really I think is important that we hone in on, because before you do the actual sexual act, I think there's a disconnect that we don't pay attention to.
Yeah, you're right. And I can pick it back on that if I can. You're right. A lot of times we think of infidelity as just a physical affair, a sexual affair. But like you said, it can come from having been unhappy in your marriage. It can come from falling out of love. It can come from several different things. But I do believe that, you know, there are many challenges and several stages to getting past someone who has infidelity. Yes, I believe that you can recover from that. I believe that a lot of time it comes from who's in your ear, who's in the person's ear. Because a lot of time a person can want to recover, but because this person is in their ear, girl wants a dog, he's always a dog. Man, don't worry about that girl, man. She just wanted to wipe you out, take everything from you and things of that nature. It's the people who are in your ear versus the relationship that you have, the connection you have. Yes, it's okay to listen to some people, but when you go to everybody and all you hear is this, that, sometimes it can be overwhelming, and you start listening to that person. You start listening to that person and not listen to your heart. Because the truth be told, God forgives us. He don't trust us. But guess what? He sent his only begotten son to die for us. He gave his all. So I think it's where you're at spiritually, where you're at with your connection. You know what? Yes, this person did something to me. Can I forgive that person? Yes, I can forgive them, but it's going to take a process. It's going to take patience. It's going to take understanding. But I can get there. As long as you keep this person out of your ear, you can get there. But what happens a lot of time is people, they feel as though, oh, he cheated on me, so I'm going to get that person back. Then it becomes a challenge. It becomes a challenge. They go back and forth, and then they start tearing one another apart. So I believe that we can get over it, but you know, it has to come from where you are, your connection with God. Do you forgive a person? And are you willing to put it in the past? Don't dig up the burial. Yes, it's a bandage. It's a bandage that's there, but don't keep uncovering and say, look what you did. He know what he did. She know what she did. Get through the process. Take stages.
And are you still committed to the relationship, the marriage? I think people are really committed to who they are, and they hold on to their personality and what it means to be a woman or a man, or be Faith or Shinwei or Anthony. But at the end of the day, what is the goal? Going back to, again, I guess I agree with a lot of what Jimmy said. What's the ultimate goal?
I think understand each other.
Yeah. Can't hear you, Jason.
Oh, we can't hear.
No, I said I think understand. Oh, she can't hear.
No, can't hear Jason. Can't hear you, Diesel. Excuse me.
Yeah, you kind of sound kind of low. Really low. It's some.
Her mic is off.
Her mic. Yeah, something going on with my. Yeah. Hey, we come back in. We'll bring you back in. But I think I see what you're saying. I think that the main thing is listen to each other, understanding the other side. I remember one time I wrote a book called Women from Venus, Men from Mars, or vice versa. At the time, I didn't know
Vice
what that book
versa.
meant.
Men are from
Yeah.
Mars, women are from Venus. Yep.
Right. Yeah. So I think that I had to get to a point where I had to understand that women don't think like I do. So I had to. So what I do when I'm going through something, I talk to another female because I know she can give me exactly what she's thinking, and I have females that come to me and ask me different questions, and I give them exactly. I can almost tell them what he's going to do next, what he's doing, because I understand men.
But let me ask you and Jimmy something. Can the opposite sex have a stature for the other? So as a man, can I have a level? Am I allowed to have a level of expectation of what a woman looks like? Shouldn't we all have that for ourselves in relationships? Have you really thought about what a woman should look like for you to have a healthy relationship with her? Even though you're a man, have you defined that for yourselves?
Okay, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Like,
so, because I know the argument on the panel is, Shinwei, you're not a man, so you can't speak from a man perspective. But I'm in a relationship with a man. I want to be in a relationship with a man. I need to define what that looks like for me. I should be allowed to understand what that looks like and have a level of discernment to understand the choices he makes and say, okay, that choice is not something I want to attach myself to. I more so want to attach to something that looks more like this. What do you guys feel when you guys are dating women? Do you do that type of rationale about women?
Jimmy?
Go ahead.
Your hand put me in the spot. I'll try to put you on the spot.
Okay,
didn't it
is
work?
it waist or below, or is it head driven? That's what you're saying? Is it below the waist that's driven, or is it thinking about the whole part of her?
Just how they look at women. Like,
everybody has an idea of what they want in a relationship or who they want to relate with.
Mm-hmm.
But when a man says, this is what we think, you can't say no. Because we're actually telling you what we think. Just not saying everybody thinks the same way or this and that, whatever. Everybody has a different opinion on something. But when we say most men think this way, and a woman says, no, you don't, that means you're trying to think like a man. And we're trying to tell you what we're saying, what we're thinking.
That's why I think
women
be saying, I don't know what
just
I
to
don't
give
understand
you an idea of what we're thinking. And for anyone to say, no, you're not, that's pretty much saying, okay, fuck it, then we're not a man. We're not a man then. I guess we need to think how you think. So how should I think?
I can receive that. Yes, I can. So I'm gonna watch when I respond to you. I want to make sure that I don't start with a no, because I'm not saying no, you're not thinking that way. I think what I'm saying is all men don't have to think that way. I respect
right.
if
You're
you
absolutely
think
right about that. But it's like, no,
okay.
you don't think that way.
No, I don't want to come on. So then,
one thing that helped.
Thank you for that clarity.
One thing that has
Jimmy.
helped me with that. One thing that has helped me with that is, I say, yeah, I understand where that person. I understand where you're coming from, but from a different view, and that's how I normally. Because a lot of times we want to get out what we want to get out and not hear the person. But when we understand, although you may disagree, you kind of understand where they're coming from, but you still have a different view.
Because I want to, I there's so much that he says that I agree with. So I want to make
You would
sure.
say I agree. You would. How do you say? You would say I disagree, and I like that.
I agree to disagree.
Right.
I do say that.
You're being honest. I don't think nothing wrong with disagreeing because
no, I agree with everything you're saying, Shinwei.
Yeah.
It's just
right
at that you can't tell what a person when you say something a certain way, you really don't. That's the way it is, I guess. You know, say if you're thinking something else, but you're saying something a different way, we're listening to what you're saying, not what you're thinking. I can't read your mind. So if you're saying no, you don't think that way. That's pretty much saying, well, you're telling me how I think. But if you say, okay, I understand that, but I believe that men this and that. Now we can open our minds to be like, okay, she understands, but she thinks a different way, or how we should be or shouldn't be.
Well, I appreciate the conflict resolution because I think this is what's important in the female and male dynamic. I think it's important.
Way people talk to each other. It's
important. Yeah.
There's a book. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to add on. There's a book of the proper way of handling people, and it's learning how to we're not perfect, but you instead, like we you know, like we're speaking of we as a whole, or you know, you go over and you say, well, I don't, you know, you always let the person know, like, I don't mean it this way, I mean us, or I mean it this way, so that people don't get caught up in those words, and then offense starts to take place, or you know,
and I'm baited in that way,
wrong.
Deja, very often. So you're right. When I hear men say, or women, I get just as passionate for women. When we start putting each other in a box and I feel like it's mine, it's not.
Right.
Because we're thinking through a filter, our experiences, how we were parented, past relationships. There are men that are very emotional. And one of the things that's empowering to me as a female right now in dating is seeing the different type of men. I was having a conversation with one of my male friends recently who went on a date with a woman, and she was so ungrateful and so hurtful in her interactions with him. That woman is alien to me. I am not like that. But it's important as you date to see the different characteristics, the different dynamics, how people think, how people adore you, if people are able to give compliments to you. Do people recognize when you're hurting? Do people stop and acknowledge you? Do people look in your eyes? Can someone touch you? I mean, it's so many different things that you can look at besides just the sexual connection that's going to help you understand whether it's a good fit.
Right, I agree, but you know, we also have nature. Nature is what is natural. We still also have nature, the way we operate. Nothing can change the DNA. And so I remember one time I stayed in this apartment next door to me was this guy that was gay. Sometimes he'd go to the club. This is why I stayed in Kinston. He was just like a female sometimes just like a dude, sometimes just like a female. But he really was into men. Well, this dude had more dudes in his place. You think that he was a dude, a single dude, having girls coming over there. It confused me. Then I thought about, wait a minute. His DNA, he's still a dude. He still operates like a dude is. He's just gay.
Right.
Nothing. Your DNA is what you're made of. Now, different life experiences, we might go in different directions because of what our family or certain things experience us. But by nature, there's certain things that we have. You can't keep ignoring that, or you won't never get it right. So for me, when I start thinking about a female, I can't think about it the way that I think. I have to change that. It's like, okay, like y'all, we have to listen to y'all. That's one of our biggest problems is listening. But if I keep thinking a certain way and you say, look, I just want you to listen, and I'm not listening, it ain't gonna work because I have to understand all women, most women, you say most, when they talk, they want you to listen to them. Y'all are emotional. We're not quite as emotional. Can you find a guy's emotional? Yes, you can. But it's not necessarily that natural for a guy to be that emotional. That something is wrong with his family or something in his past. By nature,
he's not an emotional being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're physical. You know, you never heard about a woman getting abused. Most times the dude that's abused, we're just physical beings.
I think the underlying thing though is us determining which of those things are nature and which of them we have made nature that may not necessarily be. So is this, for example, with this, is it that Eric is the exception to the rule, or is it that we have created a rule that is separate from your nature?
I guarantee you Eric knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now,
that's deep what she just said. That is deep what she just just asked. Is that truly nature? And this is what I think
is nature.
Right.
Listen, testosterone is nature. Estrogen is nature. That's already in your DNA.
Culture is nature. Culture is nature. We don't know. Probably
we all have our natural being and our natural instinct.
Culture is not nature.
Yeah.
You can take somebody out of their culture and they can raise something totally different, and they don't know the culture from which they came.
Well, that's the individual not knowing the culture. It didn't mean that culture is not natural. It means the individual is no longer operating.
No, nature is not changeable. If it's nature, it's within you. The environment can't change that. It's I breathe. No matter where I am, I'm gonna breathe. That's not interchangeable.
You know, y'all know we have a show with all females on one hand.
Their seed and sex. That's our natural and our nature. But due to life, we have to make decisions not to because it causes problems. So nature is nature, but being a human being, sometimes we have to fight our nature to live a normal life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we both have different spiritual backgrounds, and I would say when I think about those things, I think about my spiritual background. And men and women were told to multiply and replenish the earth. From what I consider factual because of my belief. However,
For marriage.
there are different
Right.
things in there that also constitute monogamy. There were some exceptions where there weren't monogamy, but God didn't create two wives for Adam. He created one. And so again, I just think that's the thing of has society made things facts and laws that aren't actually facts and laws.
That's
Yes,
the
it
question.
is in our
Yeah.
nature.
Was Eve a wife?
Yes.
That's what they said.
That's the name that we created, but Adam
Was
just
she-
was
was she a
that was his helpmate.
You know, honestly
thing.
though,
I mean,
But that's
listen,
not a
let's
wife.
talk about the Bible for a second. The Bible never
Okay.
said that a man can't marry more than one.
Why?
Right,
it
exactly.
says some things in certain places. It says that if he's gonna hold a certain title, then he needs to be the husband of one wife.
But that means he can be
PK here.
husband to
We don't want
multiple.
to have this conversation.
Why
I'm
not?
just
There,
saying
there were some that had multiples, but there were some that had one.
Right.
So in some
I-
cultures
Right.
it's
exactly.
acceptable,
I
and
wanna-
some it isn't, right?
And that was still
So what's
And I
right
acceptable.
or
will
wrong in
say
that?
that,
According
like
to the-
with the King David, there,
If that's the
Daniel,
case, I
and
heard
that
that this is the
multiple
Western
there were
way.
issues, and God like constantly there was an issue with him with his inability to control himself sexually. Like at the end of the day,
Y'all don't see a pattern
there's
Testosterone.
Y'all don't see the pattern?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
You don't see a
Yeah.
pattern there?
the detriment
way
that
back
came with
then.
him not being able to control himself.
What? Just to make sure I'm on the same page as you, Anthony. What's the pattern?
That is natural.
And that
Still-
that even
still
now,
today,
there's
we
still,
still doing the
the
same
same
thing.
topic.
It's natural.
Still the same
Testosterone, I
thing.
mean, we've been having the same problem since the beginning of time. Come on, y'all.
That
It's always-
doesn't that
majority
just
of
because
time
the
it's never
problem has
cheating.
existed doesn't mean that the
Right.
problem is
But
something to
am I
give up
right or am I
on.
wrong? Majority of
Right.
time
Listen,
Just
we've
like
been
you
dealing
said,
with
nature is
racism for many
nature,
years.
But
Because it's been
but
there
due to
forever,
life,
do we just let it
we
be?
have to make choices.
What is
Just
it?
like
Our
Eric,
understanding
like Eric,
of
you said
nature.
Eric is an exception. He made a choice not to
No.
let his testosterone have him fucking everything in the world. He wanted to
He was
make a
the
choice to have a
original.
wife, one person, this is that, what it is. But naturally, we want to spread, naturally in our DNA is to spread our seed. Multiple.
And then you're saying like it's an individual choice which way that they
As
go
an
about it.
individual, you make a choice to fight against that nature because of
I-
what you feel.
You can
But you
spread
said
your
you want
seed
in
with
life.
one
Personally-
person.
I
All right, let me ask you a
personally
question.
He didn't say
know-
spread, he
in
said
certain
multiply.
cultures, certain cultures, right? Multiple wives is acceptable, and y'all have
That
no
is
problem
very
talking
true.
about that. But when it
That's
comes to your personal situation, you're not feeling that, right?
Right.
You're not feeling multiple.
Not me
Most
personally.
women are not.
So obviously, on a different level, it's acceptable for that person to do that, and that's part of their life. But in your situation, it's not. So obviously, it's a choice. So everything is a choice to be made. Your nature is your nature, but in due to life, you have to make a choice whether you want this or not. So
I
you can't
personally-
knock nature.
I
We are-
personally, Eric.
we
Oh,
are
I'm
bred to spread seed. That's why we all are. That's why we're able to be like, oh, sex, boom, gone. Sex, boom, gone. You know what I mean?
Multiply
That's in our DNA.
and spread is
But
two different
we,
things.
what we choose to do is not do that, or do that.
Or do that. I know people personally that have had, they call it marriages, multiple wives in this area 2020 and 21 and have been doing it for years, but they do not confine themselves to this society in which everybody else does what they do. They're not
Feeling
even of
society.
that. So when they're dealing on that level and the wives are they work peacefully amongst each other, but they know that they can't operate the way that everybody else operates. They have to do what they do that
And they
works for
can't even
them.
listen to other people either.
Right. And not to say that it's all, that they don't have their problems, and because I know that few of them have, but yet because we're in the real world, right? So there's gonna be real problems, but yet still they understand that there's what the purpose that they're trying to do, and they stick with what they're doing, and they have all their children,
Really good
and they
comment.
produce all these children, and they live, but it's in a cultural way of life And it would not be that somebody else can do it necessarily, but for them, they do it based upon their culture, and it works for them. So I have seen that happen, but it's not something that a lot of people want to go out and talk about amongst people, because a lot of people, like you said, Eric, like you said, Jimmy, would be, it doesn't work for everyone. And if you don't understand that part of that cultural aspect of life, then you can't take it to people who don't operate on that aspect of life. So they keep their,
right.
This is what we
No,
do.
I totally
Yeah,
see.
either.
It's not necessarily for me, but I totally see how it works for others. And I totally respect people who do it in a uniform manner. Like, it's not just about sex, that they really are community, and they because for true, just to be frank and not be raunchy, but there's a lot of people sharing dick. They are, and they know that they sharing. And so whether or not you want to admit to it, you sharing. There's a lot of people doing it. So to be as transparent, and especially when you do it in an organized manner where finances are being contributed in a certain way and bills are being, if that works for you, who am I to step in and say that it's wrong? We talking about
comment.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No. You heard her answer.
Oh.
Now, I'm finna say, majority of the time, not all the time, but majority of the time when it comes to breakups or cheating or whatever, it's majority of the time it's the men. It's very seldom you hear of a woman, very seldom. So again, there's a pattern there that, one thing about this testosterone, I heard women, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be wrong, that when it comes to, let's say y'all had a strong urge to have sex, I heard women say they can take a cold shower and they'll be fine. A cold shower doesn't work for men.
No, I understand. I can use, I get it. I can use my shower head and it works for me. That's just real talk if I need to.
Don't work for me.
But one thing that I am gonna say, when it comes to infidelity, I look at this totally different than y'all. I think women cheat.
They do cheat.
A lot. And when I look at women,
they're not getting caught.
Exactly. I look at women as a cat. When a cat jumps on your bed, you don't even know the cat is there. But I'm a dog owner. When a dog jumps on your bed,
but you
know a dog is there. Women just kind of cheat better sometimes, and it's just how we move is just differently. But women cheat.
I got something that came in my mind. Something came in my mind just now while y'all was talking. And a lot of time in relationships, you talk about infidelity. Sometimes it has nothing to do with you. A lot of time it has a lot to do with the past relationship of a person that carries over into the new relationship. And now you're dealing with infidelity that somebody else that you were dealing with somebody else. And now the trust is like, hold on now. I haven't did you wrong. Why are you looking at me? Why are you saying I looked at a female or whatever case may be? What? God gave me eyes to see. I have to see. But don't look at me as though I'm cheating because your last man cheated on you or because he did this to you or did that to you. So a lot of time infidelity come from previous relationship over into the new relationship. And that's one thing that we have to actually mature a whole lot better before we get into that relationship. If we want to be single and we want to mingle, then do that. But don't blame the person who you want to be in a relationship with now, who's putting their all into you, but you looking at them like they are the problem. Like, I see you looking at that person. Oh, what did you do last night? Let me see your phone. Let me come on now. We have to do better.
That sounds like
people.
Emotional
if
disconnect.
We want to change,
well, no, insecurities.
If we want,
it's trauma.
If we want to change,
unresolved
and that's
pain.
Right. It's trauma, and that's something you have to seek for yourself and bring healing to yourself.
They're unresolved called securities. Security is insecurity.
Right, exactly. Heal first before you move on. Heal first before you move on. I just don't understand this. We're grown people now. How about we do grown people stuff?
But that's the accountability piece that Faith is always talking about. It really is accountability. You choose how you want to live your life. Like Nas says, how you stand as a man. You choose the type of woman you want to be, the type of parent you want to be. We are not proactively living.
The type of woman or man you want to be with.
The type of woman or man you want to be.
Sometimes people come with trauma, and you have to handle them with care.
You know what, though?
Make the decision.
Most people won't really know. People know what they want.
They choose based off of what they
with
know.
The person that you need. And once you really realize your weaknesses and your strengths, that helps you find the right person. It's not about what you want. Because like I said, I always say this, I want a $100,000 mansion or $1 million mansion. But right now, I might need a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that. But sometimes it's not about what we want. You have to figure out the person you need. You only can know that by knowing your own weaknesses. I think all this stuff actually always starts with yourself. We always put out the other person all the time, but learn to start with yourself. Same way, when I first met you earlier this year, I went through a lot, when I first met you. And you watched, one thing I said I wasn't going to do was the next person I meet, I wasn't going to try to bring in the negative things into the next one. But what made me, I just had to really concentrate myself and look at the positive thing that person did. Once I concentrate on the positive things, they helped me fine tune, like the things that she did right. I use that to fine tune who I was looking for. I didn't focus on the negative part because sometimes we take the negative part and then we put our shield up. Women, y'all really good at this. But once you get hurt one time, I'm gonna make sure this don't happen again. No, look at the positive part. Find the person that you need. The last person did something right. Look at all the things that they did right. When you concentrate on the negative, you will always get the negative back.
And Anthony, that still comes back to the choice. You have a choice to look at things. Is it half full or is half empty? When you understand that your life is what you make it, you choose everything. You choose your perspectives. You choose to educate yourself. You choose to enlighten yourself. You choose your company. You choose the food you put in your body. You choose to exercise. People don't realize they have a choice. They look at what's around them and
I agree more.
This is it. This is what I gotta be. This is who I'm stuck with. I'm not happy, but I'm stuck in this. You always have a choice.
You do. Let me say this real quick. Y'all, we need to stop treating God like he's a magician. He's not a person just to press what we want. First of all, we gotta be obedient. That's the first thing. But we act like he's just a magician. He just want to snap. We think we want this. Okay, get you that. Okay, oh yeah, Jesus, can I pay for a new car and get you that? Sometimes we give God credit. He didn't really did all this stuff. Sometimes it's just us.
Right.
But we really need to understand. Sometimes we need to shut up and just listen. Sometimes you need to sit down and just be quiet. Allow God to talk to you because we're always so busy moving around stuff so much. God can never talk to you. You keep too busy talking to him. Sometimes after you finish praying, sit there for 30 minutes. Yeah. We pray, we just leave. Yeah. He had time to tell you anything. He got his own timing. Yeah. So I came up
with a rhyme. You talk about choice. I came up with a saying. I said God gave us the power to choose, not to refuse or abuse, but He gave us the hookup so that we may look up and never give up.
Get it now.
During the process, get it now. When we look up, we have all understanding. But when we don't look up, we have no understanding. He gives us the power to choose, but not to refuse or abuse what He has given to us. But that's one thing that we abuse.
You know what's so awesome about God? Even though He wants all the praise, He gives us the choice to praise Him. You don't have to pray. Everything is about choice. I give that to my sons. Like, that's my personal mantra. Even when you feel down, like even when someone offends you, you choose to take offense.
Absolutely.
Whether or not they were offensive is irrelevant. They could have did something offensive, but you choose to take offense. You choose to be better. I just want everybody to understand that they have a choice. Like, that's my personal. You don't have to be a certain way because you're a woman. You don't have to be a certain way because you're a man. You decide what type of husband you want to be.
What time are you talking about?
MCE sprinkles.
I don't know.
Did you be sprinkling them gems?
Are we doing sex facts today? This topic just went.
Yeah, let's get to it. Hey y'all, I love y'all. It was good. We gotta got another discussion like this again. So we're gonna sit down. We have a powwow. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Sex facts. Here we go.
All right, Tanya.
Okay, sex facts.
That was good talk.
Sex facts. Sex facts. Sex facts.
Una yo Raycon, yo Raycon, yo Raycon.
Okay, did it just freeze up?
Uno no Raycon.
Hello. My bad.
All right, I
Sex
think we
facts.
back. I
This
think
is
we
Sex
back
Facts.
now.
We're back. Sex facts with the guru. All right, has everybody got their pens out? I know y'all like my bonnet, right? You like my bonnet? Love, sex,
Like
sex,
the bonnet.
sex, sex, love, sex, 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 sex.
Okay.
All right, everybody get their pens out. This is sex trivia.
All right.
All right, first question is, what is the average size of the penis? Is it 3 to 5 inches, 5 to 7 inches, 8 to 9 inches? I love sex, 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 sex. All right, next question. Do lust and love activate the same part of the brain? True or false? I love sex, sex, sex.
I'm sorry, can you say it again?
Does lust and love activate the same part of the brain? True or false?
Lust or love? I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
True.
Write it down. Write it down.
We just
My bad.
write down. We just writing it down.
Okay.
This bonnet is hot. This bonnet is hot. All right.
Yeah.
Next question. Natural
it's
vaginal
cute.
lubricant contains a substance called squalene, which is also found in the liver of which animal? The snake, the monkey, or the shark?
I didn't get that question. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Natural
I didn't hear the
vaginal
question.
lubricant
Oh, no.
contains
The lubricant.
a substance called squalene, which is also found
Shark.
in the liver.
I'm going to say the shark too.
Write it down, please.
Oh,
Write
Thank
it
you very
down.
much.
I already got
Teacher,
it on
Don't
teacher,
let
they
me mess
telling
up
everybody
my
the
sex,
answers.
facts,
I'm singing that Baby
Don't
Shark
mess up
song.
my sex, facts.
How you sing the Baby Shark song?
Is there a Baby Shark song?
Baby
Yeah.
shark,
Oh, please don't
There
sing
you go.
that.
That's it.
Please don't sing that.
that.
The last question. The penis is a muscle. True or false?
True, everybody knows.
Yeah,
Write
true.
it down, please. Write it down.
No, it's
please,
not. Oh,
please,
okay.
please.
You got 2 penile questions.
What?
Not penile.
All right. You got all your ladies and gentlemen, audience. Everybody has their answers.
Yes,
Let's get
teacher.
these sex facts going on. All right, when it comes to the first one, the average size of a penis is 5 to 7 inches.
That was the answer. Yep.
I'm so glad I'm not average.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought you said 3 to 5
through the-
and then 7 to 8.
Yeah, you
and
knew
then
that
8
was-
to
5
9.
to
You
7,
knew that was-
8 to 9.
You knew A and C was not going to be
3 to
it.
5, 5 to 7. So B.
Actually, I concur with C, but
So what is
No,
it?
that was yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. Okay. That was hopeful
It's
wish.
5 to 7.
Which-
It takes in
I'm
the
which
whole
one?
world.
so I have to be C. All right. The next question, due to the lust and love, true or false? It is false.
Yep.
False.
Yep. Right.
False.
Lust is not
Great.
love. It's going to be operating differently.
All right.
Yeah.
And number
And
3,
there,
natural vaginal
one part of
lubricant.
Yep.
the brain.
Yep. Penial.
Shark.
All right. It is the shark.
Yeah.
What?
Say what?
Mhm.
You said something
right.
that gave it
You
off,
didn't
though.
know that.
Huh?
You said something that made me think, okay, it got to be a shark. You said skeleton or
Because it was the
something.
right answer.
Squealing.
Snake, monkey, or
Squealing, yeah.
shark?
I thought,
Yeah, see, I thought about scale, so.
but I thought about
Scale.
snake, you know.
I bet you did.
I thought it was
Snakes
baby
on plane.
oil. I thought it was baby oil. That was just, okay.
So baby, from the baby liver.
Baby
We don't want to
oil.
put
Shea
venom
butter
in the
or something.
vagina. We don't want to put venom in the vagina.
I thought
Oh yeah.
vagina was venom.
I won't put no
Yeah,
shark
the
in there either.
report-
Wait a minute. Hold up. All snakes are not the same. All snakes don't have poison.
That's true.
That's
That's
what
true.
you think.
Yeah.
It's just not that
True.
potent. All right.
Yeah, I
The
think
penis
it's
is a muscle.
oh.
True or false? It is
False.
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 And you
It's
know
a
what?
tissue.
I've been wrong all my life.
Oh,
It's a
I didn't
tissue,
know.
right?
It's a sponge.
Right,
It's like
tissue,
a
right.
sponge that
No.
absorbs
Absorbs blood.
Bob?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why when
Bob
it's super
sponge?
hard, you can't move.
SpongeBob?
But I'm like,
Uh,
it
What's
has
up,
to
buddy?
have some type of muscle because let me shut
In
up.
the drawer.
Think
The
about it.
blood
If it was a
that
muscle,
makes
we
it
could
hard.
lift weights
The
with
rush
it.
of
It'd be
the blood.
stronger.
Right, and it can't. It's the rush of the
But you
blood that makes it
can.
hard.
But you can. You take a wet cloth, right? You put
No,
it on
you
there
can't.
while it's hard, and you
You
just move it up and down. That's how you get dick control. No, y'all don't do it.
way too much time on your head. Way.
Listen, I like to be good at my craft. You know what I'm saying? So how many did y'all get wrong?
I got 'em
You
all right.
master. I master that.
And these
I
are
got all
the
mine
sex
wrong.
facts from your sex guru. And I'm
Eric,
out.
stop.
Cool. All right, you guys.
Hey, that's
ready
some
to
good
end the show?
information. I'm learning some stuff doing this show. Hey, when did I get my bachelor's degree?
On the real, I thought the dick was a muscle the whole
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
The whole time. I was like, I could move my dick. I'm saying.
All right, check this out, you
It's a
guys. We're
sponge,
ready to end the show.
I think it's the
But
base
before we
that's
go,
What makes it strong?
Yeah,
let's
it's
Jimmy,
strong.
you got a show
Understood.
on a couple nights a week. Tell them what you got going on.
All right. I had to write down this side because you're just mind boggling. So you can reach me at SAV_JIM 2021. That's on Instagram. You can also reach me, Jim Savage, on YouTube. And at Jimmy Mac 24/7 on my G-Man page for my show on Facebook.
Cool. Good
I
show.
do shows at least 3 to 4 times a week. And if you want the merch, hit me up on my
Right.
page, inbox
Right.
me. I got you. I got you, Faith. I got you.
Right.
Cool.
I got that savage for you, girl.
Right.
All right.
You got women
and-
cut.
I can get you whatever you need. And also, you all right, Shinwei?
You got women cut. You got women cut shirts or just men cut?
I can get the women cut shirts. You tell me what you need, and I'll proceed to give you exactly what you need. All right. And I also have Natural Skin Bliss. We have soaps. We have lotions. I am in love with this cream called the Rescue Cream, Natural Skin Bliss. I'm able to walk now because of it, because I was hurting, twisted my knee a couple weeks ago, and I was barely walking. I rub it up there at least 4 times a day. It's on point. Trust me. It works.
So you walking now?
Yeah. Natural Skin Bliss. That's this.
Cool. All right, Miss Faith. Let everybody know where they can find you at.
You can
What
find
you
me
got
on
going on?
Facebook,
Yeah, Faith.
Faith Springs. Instagram, Rose XX2. I don't know. I wasn't prepared. I'm gonna need to write the stuff
That's all
down.
right,
But you have
I'm
a
on
podcast,
Instagram.
right? Coming up.
I'm on Facebook. The podcast is coming in the new year. Once I have that information, I'm definitely gonna drop it for you
wait.
guys.
Drop
Have
it like
everybody
it's hot.
on the show,
Mhm.
especially my bookie next door.
Hey, friend.
All right, Eric, what you got going on, man?
Yo, I got going on love in my heart, man. I'm all about love, man. And you know, I got my boys with me. But as far as my fact, I didn't know my son had eczema problems, so I gave him some black soap to bar. But I also got it in a body wash as well, the black soap. And matter of fact, my cousin called me today. She said, I want all your bars of black soap that's helping with the skin, because I guess it's working for the people that she gave it to, and it's also working for her. So you can find me on Facebook. I don't really have a page because I just spread love, man. I'm just spreading love. So just contact me on LOVE. LOVE.com.
These
Oh
are,
Lord.
these what you got going on? How can they find you?
Okay. Yep. You can find me on Facebook, Disa Rose. That's one of the many pages on Facebook. Also, Instagram, I have Image Design. You can find me on there. You can also find me on Deesa Rose there. 40ish and Fabulous, also too as well. Twitter, Ambiance Image. And yeah, I don't know my Pinterest, don't remember that one. But yep, that's where I can be found. I can be found there.
Okay, cool. Shinway, what you got going on?
Nothing. I can be found here every Sunday at 7.
Every Sunday, okay.
Okay, yeah. And Tuesday, and this coming Tuesday too, right?
Oh, yes. Are we doing our gift exchange?
Yes. You guys, yeah,
I got my
Tuesday.
gift.
Everyone, please tune in with us on Tuesday night. We're doing our little Christmas show. Something we can just have fun with. So definitely tune in this Tuesday. And I don't know, you guys don't know. We might just take a break till after the New Year. What you think?
Yeah.
Wow.
Take a little break.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
I don't know.
You smelling it? It smell good? It smell good?
All right, here we go.
It's
Smell like me?
Huh?
Oh, that sounds like an inside joke.
It just like an inside joke. It definitely does.
I don't know what he's smelling.
Okay.
Anthony,
I'm gonna call you after this, okay?
Okay, and give me 1 second here. Let me get this set up.
And when are the Velvets coming out?
Yeah, I want
All
to
right.
know because I'm about to be super judgy of the velvet.
When we starting the Velvets?
Oh, pretty soon. I've been
Jimmy
thinking about
was blushing a little
it.
bit.
We'll talk.
Y'all
But
need
check
to
this
have
out, you
something ready
guys.
for the Christmas special.
I know, right? All right, you guys, we're at the end of the show. I just want to say something. Let's close out.
Good
by
night,
saying,
Denise. Good night, Tanya.
let's
Good
make
night,
every day.
Eric. Good
Let's
night.
make every day
Anthony.
a good day, a spiritual day, a connection day, another opportunity to restart, have a good day the next day. And in order for us to receive positive things, we have to put positive things out there to get it back. And other than that, you guys, let's listen to each other. Let's talk. Let's make this thing happen. And it's all about love and positivity. All right, spread love. See you guys on Tuesday.
Bye, everybody. I'm about to go eat.
She said, Tanya said, good night, sprinkles.
Bye.
All right.
Jimmy, when you come on again? Okay, I see the scrolled up. Okay. Okay, Anthony. Okay.